Hello, and welcome to the YMCA's Classrooms for All. My name is Risha, and today we're going to be talking about corn. For this activity, you can just follow along. If you have corn in your kitchen, that's great. Or if you want to go outside and get a handful of grass, that will work too. Okay. Well, one thing you might not know about me is that I love corn. And I actually grew this corn myself with the help of some friends. And this corn was grown in a space where I'm a teacher. But when I think about this corn growing, the first thing I think of is gratitude. Gratitude for the land. And speaking of the land, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the YMCASF. They are the indigenous people to this land. This is their homeland. And if you're in San Francisco right now, you are also on YMCASF land. If you want to find out more about the homeland that you are on, you can go to this website, native-land.ca, and you can find out more about the indigenous people that this land is the homeland for. So now that we've had a moment to acknowledge the land and the people, the first people who are on this land, I want to talk more about this corn that was grown on this land. Have you ever seen corn growing before? What are you noticing about it? I noticed that it's very tall. I noticed that there are some long draping green parts that come off of a central stalk. I noticed that the ears of the corn are hidden on the stalk itself. Should we take a closer look? Wow, look at this, it's so big. At the bottom you can see the roots. They're not very deep at all. And you can also see that there's some yellowing that's happened here too. Amazing. These leaves that are on the corn are very fibrous. You can see when I tear them, they tear down a line. If you have some grass, you can try this too. Look really closely. Can you see the veins running lengthwise on the leaf of the plant? Grass is in the corn family. So today, in honor of the grass and the fiber that this came from, we're going to do an activity about gratitude. So if you want to join in, you can get some paper and something to draw with, and maybe something to cut out, like scissors. And what you can do is you can take your marker, take a piece of paper that was destined for the recycling. I have just like a checklist on here that I don't need anymore. And instead of recycling this paper and diverting it back into the system where it will be recycled, instead we can reuse it first, because it takes a lot of energy to recycle things. So one of the ways that we can show appreciation for this land and for the plants that grow on it that give us nourishment is we can be conscious of our use of energy too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my hand on the paper, and you might decide to trace it on the side that already has drawings or writings, or you might decide to trace it on the blank side. I think I'm going to use the blank side today. I'm going to spread my fingers nice and wide, and then I'm going to trace my hand. And everyone's hand tracing is going to look a little bit different. And in fact, I've done this a few times and it looks different every time I do it. I'm giving my fingers some space because today I don't feel like getting marker on my hand. So there's my hand. Wow, it looks so big because I traced so wide. And then when you cut it out, you can also choose to poke a hole in one side and string them onto a garland of gratitude. So your garland of gratitude might be using twisty ties or from groceries in your home, or it might be on a shoelace that you can't use on your shoe anymore for some reason, or maybe it's just borrowed from a pair of shoes you're not wearing a lot right now. Or maybe the string that you're using is some dental floss or something else. And on your gratitude garland, you can take some time to draw or write something that you're grateful for. And this is a great activity to do with your family or the loved ones that you live with. So it might be something in nature that you're grateful for in your very own home. Like here I drew a clean glass of water. So I'm grateful to have clean drinking water. Here I drew my friend's cat. I've been seeing my friend's cat virtually when I call my friend. I'm grateful for them. They're part of nature too, an animal living in somebody's home. Here I'm grateful for the beautiful tropical places that I'm gonna see one day. I drew the ocean and some sand and a palm tree. Amazing. It can also be something that you write out, like, I'm grateful for my health. I'm part of nature too. You can take a deep breath and feel gratitude going into your body. Or it might just be a symbol of something that you're grateful for. Wonderful. And not only can we show our gratitude and be reminded of our connection with nature in this garland, we've used nature to make this too, because this paper is made from fibers, the same way that this corn is a grass plant with lots of fibrous leaves. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me in making a gratitude garland. If you would like to find out more about other classes at the YMCA, you can join us at ymcasf.org/classrooms for all. And we are going to have some more art classes and fun nature classes, so we're excited to see you again soon. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Did you know that YMCA of San Francisco never closed? When shelter-in-place happened, we could no longer provide in-person programming. We quickly shifted to provide youth and family programming virtually. As early as April, we started providing on-demand activities in our YMCA of San Francisco YouTube channel.
For this video, we're going to be making a geodesic dome.
Today, we're going to be making a hovercraft. The science around this activity is really awesome.
In addition, we have a regular schedule of activities for our youth and families to join live. We feature read-alouds, yoga, family Zumba, arts and crafts, drawing clubs, and more. So don't miss out on our virtual youth and family offerings. Visit www.ymcasf.org for more info and class schedules.